Hi everybody, it's Miss Rosie with the San Diego Natural History Museum. Monday, June 8th was World Oceans Day. So in honor of World Oceans Day and all the wonderful creatures that live in the ocean, the book I have for you today is called Commotion in the Ocean. This is written by Giles Andreae and illustrated by David Wojtowycz. Commotion in the Ocean. There's a curious commotion at the bottom of the ocean. I think we ought to go and take a look. You'll find every sort of creature that lives beneath the sea swimming through the pages of this book. There are dolphins, whales, and penguins. There are jellyfish and sharks. There's the turtle and the big white polar bear. But can you see behind the wrecks and in between the rocks? Let's take a look and find out who's hiding there. So take a look at that fun illustration. Do you see all the different creatures hiding in there? Let's see who we're going to talk about today. Crab. The crab likes walking sideways, and I think the reason why is to make himself look sneaky and pretend that he's a spy. So there's the crab. Turtles. We crawl up on the beach from the water to bury our eggs on dry land. We lay a whole bunch, and then when they hatch, they scamper about in the sand. So look at all the turtles. It says pitter patter, going to the ocean. Dolphins. The wonderful thing about dolphins is hearing them trying to speak. It's not how do you do, as I'd say to you. It's more of a click, whistle, squeak. So there are the dolphins. They're talking to each other. Angelfish. Hello, I'm the angelfish, darling, the prettiest thing in the sea. What a shame there are no other creatures as gorgeous and lovely as me. So there's the angelfish. They are a very beautiful fish. Jellyfish. The jellyfish just loves to jiggle, which the other fish think is quite dumb. She knows that it's not all that useful, but jiggling is lots of fun. So look at those fun jellyfish. He says, jiggle, jiggle. Shark. I swim with a grin up to greet you. See how my jaws open wide? Why don't you come a bit closer? Please, take a good look inside. So what do you think? Is that a good idea to take a good look inside a shark's mouth? He says, yikes. Probably not, right? Swordfish. I love to chase after small fishes. It keeps me from getting too bored. And then when I start feeling hungry, I skewer a few on my sword. So there's the swordfish at the top, chasing some fish. And you can see what another creature is, the octopus. Having 8 arms can be useful. You may think it looks a bit funny, but it helps me to hold all my children and tickle each one on its tummy. So there you go. There's tickle, tickle, tickling them all on their tummy. Look, we even got a fish. Stingray. At the bottom of the ocean, the stingray flaps his wings, but don't you get too close to him. His tail really stings. So, bizz, bizz. A little zap of his sting. Lobster. Never shake hands with a lobster. It isn't a wise thing to do. With a clippity clap and a snippity snap, he would snip all your fingers in two. So there they are. Clippity clap, clippity clap. Deep sea. Miles below the surface where the water's dark and deep live the most amazing creatures that you could ever meet. There are fish of all descriptions, of every shape and size. Some have giant pointy teeth and great big bulging eyes. Some of them can walk around and balance on their fins, but the strangest fish of all have glowing whiskers on their chins. So take a look at these fun deep sea creatures. Very funny looking, aren't they? There's an anglerfish. They call it anglerfish. That's how he captures other fish. I think you've seen him in a movie somewhere, right? Blue whale. There's no other beast on the planet as big as the giant blue whale. He measures a massive 100 feet long from his head to the tip of his tail. So there's a giant blue whale, the largest creature that's ever lived on the earth. Maybe you can go out and see. How far is 100 feet? Is it one school bus? Is it two? Walruses. Our bodies are covered with blubber and our tusks are incredibly long. We're grumpy and proud and we bellow out loud to show that we're mighty and strong. So there are the walruses. Walruses like to live in a big group. Look at all those walruses and all those teeth. Penguins. We waddle around on our iceberg, which makes our feet slither and slide. And when we get close to the water, we leap with a splash off the side. So there they are, splashing, splash, splosh, sliding into the water. Polar bears. Deep out in the Arctic, the mommy polar bear snuggles up with all her children, since it's very cold out there. Very sweet looking, aren't they? What a lot of creatures we have seen beneath the sea. What a lot of funny things they do. Some of them might lick their lips and eat you in one bite, and some might want to swim around with you. The dolphin's very friendly and the lobster's very fierce, but the shark is the most dangerous by far. Can you name the other friends we've made along the way? See if you can tell me who we are. So take a look. Do you recognize all the creatures? Do you see the big teeth back here? Do you remember what that big whale was called? 100 feet long. I bet you remember. Look, there's the funny octopus. That was a fun book, wasn't it? So the craft I hope you try today. I made a couple of them for you. One that we didn't talk about in the book is starfish. I love starfish. So I just cut out a little starfish figure, and because I have a lot of buttons, I just decorated them with buttons. You can do it however you want. Maybe take your markers and draw some patterns on it. Whatever color you want. It's a great fun craft. And then one of the other creatures in the book that I love is the crab. So I made a crab. Isn't he fun? Look at that with his legs. So crabs have 8 legs and then they have these claws, right? And then his little eyes sticking up. I just used more buttons because I have a lot of buttons. But anyway, so there's my fun crab. I hope you had a wonderful time listening to the story today. Take care, and I'll see you next week.